In this video, we'll demonstrate how to present your printed portfolio. Hi, I'm Janek from Vasha Photography, and in this video, I'll demonstrate how to put together a print portfolio. And today we'll be using the MOAB Paper Chinle Portfolio. It comes in a box like this. Let me show you what's inside. So inside the box we have two pieces. The first piece is the translucent cover. There's a front and back, and also the spine with the screws. And I'll show you later how to put together those pages into the binding. And then the second piece are the actual sheets of paper that we'll be printing on our portfolio. Few things what we like about the Chinle Portfolio. The first thing is that it comes in two different sizes. So this is a 12 by 12 size, so this is the larger one, but there's also an 8 by 8 version of this portfolio. And also this one comes in three different types of paper. There's the Entrada Bright, Entrada Natural, and then the LaSalle Matte paper. And this is the actual Entrada Bright paper that we have here. Is the same paper that we use here just to make some our regular fine art prints, or this is the same paper that comes also in those large sizes. This is the 17 by 22 paper. So this is the same paper, except this one is the weight is 300. The one in the portfolio is 190. So this is the only difference in terms of the thickness of the paper. Now, one thing worth mentioning about this paper in our portfolio and also in the boxes, that the Entrada paper is actually double-sided, so we can print on both sides of the paper. So as a kit, it's very very cool that it all comes together. So it makes things so much easier. The paper that we use here is the paper that we use on other prints, so that's also very useful. And then the third thing is very easy, that is very easy to assemble. Once you make the prints, you unscrew the screws here in the binding. You put the pages together, you screw it back, and your portfolio is ready. Okay, so we'll be printing our portfolio on our Epson P800. This is a 17-inch white printer. And a few things to remember when you make prints for your portfolio. One is that you have to set up a custom size in your printer setup on your computer, whether it's an Apple or a Windows, because the 12 by 12 paper is not a pre-made paper size in your computer. So you have to make a custom size, either 8 by 8 or 12 by 12 for this specific paper. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is to feed the sheets of paper with the holes that will be part of the binding in the portfolio facing up. So they will be always on the top of the page when you feed the papers through the printer. This paper is not very thick. This is a 190 thickness paper, so we can easily feed this paper to the back of the printer. We don't have to use the front load of the printer. Tip number three is to print first all your even pages and then print all your odd pages. And when you feed first your even pages, so you print one page at a time, and you select the photos that you want to be on the even pages. Once you're done, you're still going to be printing with the holes facing up, but you're gonna flip the paper like this, and then you're gonna print it here. What's important that in Photoshop, when you send the file for printing, that you have to rotate the file by 180 degrees so that its prints, when you put it all together, the prints are not upside down. So those were the three tips when you make the prints for your portfolio. Okay, so we printed last night all the prints. That's about 20 prints, so it took a little bit of time. And two things that we can recommend based on what we experienced last night is to remember to, when you print, is to always remember to put the page orientation as landscape, because if you do as portrait, that's what happens, and basically the page is printed sideways. So this is the mistake that we made. So, you know, first time try, but you know, this is something that we wanted to share. And two is to remember to put always the holes, I mean the piece with the holes on top of the paper feed in your printer. So this way you can print properly all the pages. We made two mistakes in our portfolio. So one is, you know, obviously the front page is sideways that we're gonna have to fix, and the other one is one photo was flipped. But otherwise it was just pretty straightforward printing. As always with printing, you have a lot of steps to remember. So please make sure that, you know, one, that you feed properly the paper, always do the same way. You make the custom size for your paper. You print landscape. And that will be it. So now I'll show you how easy it is to put the portfolio, the pages into the portfolio. So this is the binding. So we're going to unscrew it. Once we have it open, it'll come in two pieces, so the back and the front. We're gonna put it on the side. Now the next step is to put this, those little ending, those screws, into the holes here, so that, you know, they stick out. So those will be the screws that we put our pages on. Okay, so this is done. Now we're gonna take all our prints. They're all aligned, so all the holes are, you know, nicely aligned, and we're just gonna put one by one into those holes. So it's nice that, you know, that the perforation was already there when the pages came, so it actually fits very nicely into the portfolio. We're going to put the cover now, and we just screw back the three screws, and you can always tighten it at the end, you know, with a screwdriver to make it really tight. For now, I'm just going to do it by hand. So, and this is a very nice 20-page printed portfolio that you can have and you can show to your clients or to potential agents. Always the power of the print is there. So. This last screw to put here. And here it is, and that's how it looks. So it's, you know, the translucent cover, and then you have the prints, and they basically are one after the other, you know, the way we print it. And you can see that this is the way we made the mistake, and we printed upside down our page. But yeah, otherwise, prints look gorgeous. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to be notified when the new videos are posted. Thank you so much, and see you soon.